Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been following this series with the part 1 and part 2, you know that I'm doing some load testing on my rifle. I cut the first 2 videos off when the barrel was really warm. I put the rifle in the shade, let the barrel cool off. The barrel is not cold, because it's probably 90 degrees out here, but the barrel is cooler than the truck. So I'm going to go ahead, proceed, and go to my next charge. This one is 1 grain under a max charge in my manual. The first 3 1 grain increment increases, I noticed on the 48.5 grain charge, I started to get some vertical stringing, and I had a slight elevation change, but I still had easy extraction. The primers look good. I'm gonna go ahead and try this 49.5 grain. Take a look at it. Now this is 1 grain under a max charge, so I'm gonna try it. This may be the end of it for the day, depending on the pressure signs or spread. But if I can't get the group I want with this powder and this bullet, then on down the road in another attempt, I'll try a different powder and a different bullet until I figure out exactly what this rifle likes. Once I find a group, a load that doesn't stress the brass tremendously, makes an fairly decent group, then I'll stick with that load. I do know the starting charge gives me about a 2-inch group, which would be adequate for plinking, you know, good enough. But I'm trying to get a really accurate load, so then I can increase the distance. And I plan to maybe use these loads on game if I find the right one, you know, for deer hunting and that sort of thing. But I'm just experimenting with my rifle. I'm going to go ahead and fire a group and see what this one looks like. Also, at the same time, inspecting the brass and feeling for any difficult extraction. If I feel the bolt get stiff at any time, or I see the primer start to really flatten out, that'll be it for that load. I will not do that one again. But here we go. I'm going to try it again. I've got, I went ahead and changed my target, and I'm trying it with a fresh target. Now that target already had a couple of holes in it. From a previous rifle sight in, I covered up those holes, so we're essentially firing at a fresh target. Noticed a slight, still got easy extraction. Primer looks good. Case looks good. I'm going to try a group and see if the group looks good. Here we go. Alright, easy extraction. Primer looks good. It's a little flatter than the previous ones, but it's still got a well-defined edge around it. No splitting. Looks like it's okay. Barrel is quite a bit warmer than when I started. I'm gonna try a group anyway. Again, easy extraction. Primer doesn't look bad. Case looks pretty good. Barrel is warm. All right. I'm gonna grab my calipers and we'll go take a look at this target. See, maybe this may be my load. I hope it is. Alright, with this load, now I don't have vertical stringing. I've got horizontal stringing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my caliper. Make sure it's zeroed. Make sure it's on inches. It's on inches. Go in center hole, center to hole. Okay. That measured 1.8 inches. Not that great. I don't like the way the pattern is stringing. I don't understand why it's doing that. The previous one grain down and I had a more of a vertical string, and I go down some more and I have a group, but it wasn't a tight group. So I'm gonna go ahead and patch this up. All right. I didn't really like that group. I've got the rifle back in the shade, elevated to make a, let the wind or air kind of circulate through the barrel. I think I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool a little while, maybe get me a drink of water, and then I'm gonna come back. I'll come back with another video and try the max charge. But so far I'm just not liking this this combination with the powder and the projectile. Let me pause you. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's me. Well, of course y'all know it's me, but I have my rifle over there in the shade. I'm letting it cool down as much as it can. It's probably every bit of 90 degrees out here. I've been working through these charges, and one sitting, let the rifle cool, and I've been going by touch, if I can leave my hand on the barrel, and then comparing the temperature of the barrel to like the temperature of the little stand and the temperature of the vehicle over there, and it's probably not that consistent. I wish it was cooler weather, but unfortunately, cooler weather, I normally can't do this until after deer season, because we're all out hunting deer, or hogs, and if I did this, the other members would really be upset about it. So I have some factory loads that I've tried with my rifle that seem to shoot a little better than these hand loads, and if I can't produce a hand load that I like, if I can outshoot it with a factory load, well, I'll just find whatever factory load the rifle likes best, and I'll hunt with that. But if I find a really good hand load, then I'll use that. But so far on this particular rifle, with the 40-64 and the 165 grain Hornady bullets and my hand loading technique, I haven't, with the 4 different charges I've tried, I haven't found a group that I particularly like, especially being that I've outperformed that with a factory loading, or a couple of factory loadings. So I'm just experimenting with it. The starting grain, though, with the first charge, I think it was a 46 grain charge. Yeah, 40 the 46.5 grain charge, it gave me a 2-inch group, but it had a fairly nice pattern. And I may take that starting charge and tweak it down in tenths of a grain either way and try to fine tune it just a little bit. And that may be a good, a decent range, you know, plinking, offhand load, easy on the brass, easy on the shoulder, you know, good enough for to fire at a target out to a couple of 100 yards, you know, but I'm trying to find that magical 1-inch group or 1.5-inch group, you know, at the maximum for, and then I want to take that. If I find that load, I want to try that at 100 and 200 yards and adjust my sights where I know where I'm going to hit, and I'll use that to hunt deer. But I'm just letting you know what I'm doing, and I'm putting this out in a few incremental videos. I may not post them all at the same time. That way everybody they'll see the first one, then you'll have the next one to look forward to, and so forth and so on. So this is already the 3rd video of the day, and I made one last night. But I'm going to end this. Now I'm going to pause. I'm going to go over and check the rifle. I may do this max grain in this video, but if it's still pretty hot, I'll go ahead and end this video and then wait, and then I'll try that max charge. All right. Let me pause you and we'll go check on the rifle. All right, I'm back at the rifle, as you can tell. And the barrel still feels warm to the touch. I mean, I can leave my hand on it, but it's nowhere near cool. It's actually warmer. There goes some kind of critter behind me. But it's actually warmer than the target stand that I'm using. It's really not that bad though. I may go ahead and I think I'm gonna let this barrel cool some more. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. I'm gonna wait a while. It may take a half an hour or so until that barrel feels a little cooler, and then I'll try that a group with the max charge, the 50.5 grain powder charge. But anyhow, if you're watching this, just stay tuned because there's another one coming. Have a good day. God bless America.